This is the guided sitting meditation. In doing this meditation, we are developing the capacity to be more fully present in our own life. We are setting aside the busyness of our lives and allowing ourselves to simply be. It is a willingness to be with things as they are, without judgment, and with a sense of patience, understanding, and compassion. We are learning that we can just be as we are with no need to change anything at all. That we are fully intact and whole, experiencing the fullness of our life in this moment. To be fully alive in this moment. Now, as we start our practice, taking a comfortable position in a chair, on a cushion, or on the floor, and just finding a posture that is comfortable, supportive, and encourages wakefulness. If you are sitting in an upright posture, allowing yourself to sit up tall with dignity, but at the same time making sure the body and back are not too stiff or rigid. If laying on the floor, allowing our weight to fall into the floor as our feet relax and fall to the side. Now just allowing our body to become still. Maybe even, if it's helpful, taking 2 or 3 deliberate deep breaths in through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. This letting go. This settling into the moment. Now maybe noticing the feeling of the weight of the body. The pull of gravity on the body as it sinks us deeper into the floor or the chair. And how the floor or the chair holds us and supports us in this practice, holding all of our weight. You may feel this in your feet, the back of the calves, or the thighs, the sit bones, the lower, middle, and upper back of the head. Feeling this weight and pressure in these contact points. Wherever you feel this, just noticing this anchor of support. We now shift our attention to noticing the sensations in the body. Just feeling the body from head to toe. Holding the entire body in our awareness. If you feel called, maybe scanning through the body at your own pace, moving through the different areas of the body. Maybe noticing if there's any muscle tension in any areas. What calls for our attention? Maybe it's a specific area of the body. Maybe it's pleasant or unpleasant sensations that arise. And maybe just allowing for openness and space in these areas of the body. So we accept what is here now for us to experience. If we put our attention in these areas, does the sensation intensify or relax? You're not trying to think about why the sensation is present or how to change it, but simply noticing, just staying awake to whatever is arising. When you feel ready, shifting from the body to an anchor of choice, selecting one anchor that you find supportive at this time. Some anchors offered could include the feet, contact points, the hands, the breath, or sound. Just choosing one anchor at this time. Attentional focus. We're not shopping around for anchors. We ideally are just picking one and staying with it to the best of our ability. Allowing our anchor to keep us fully present as we practice. staying open and sensing into our anchors. When the mind wanders or chases a thought, just simply making note that you have drifted and returning back to your anchor. Staying with our anchors, sensing, feeling what's present right here, right now. What can be discovered in this moment? Always returning back to our anchor. Now from our anchor of choice, we're going to start to transition. And now maybe allowing yourself to turn your attention to sounds. Moving up to the ears. Just being aware of whatever sounds might arise from moment to moment. You might notice some sounds are consistent, and other sounds might arise and fall away. We're just observing and noticing what sounds are here now. This mindful listening. The mind will have a tendency to want to label what you're hearing or to predict the next sound. Or it will just want to start to think. But seeing if we can just hear the sound as it comes in through the ears. Almost listening like this is your first time ever hearing sound. Approaching with this curiosity, this intrigue. Really noticing the qualities of the sounds. Exploring the texture and the quality, the volume, the pitch, the tone, vibrations. What can be known about these sounds? Allowing each sound that we hear to keep us anchored in the present moment. Perhaps even being aware of the silent or quiet spaces between sounds. Just hearing what arrives with the ears. We're just gently hearing, just giving ourselves over to sound. And again, noticing if sounds are leading us to chase thoughts or get tangled up in them, and just releasing, just letting go, just listening. And now when you're ready, starting to shift our attention back to the body. Moving from sound back to the body. Just noticing the body once again. Noticing the body as a whole, or gently scanning through the body. And as we practice, maybe starting to notice what thoughts might be present. What is the current activity of the mind? Maybe just sensing into if there's any thoughts or images that are naturally arising. We're not encouraging thinking or trying to engage the mind, but simply watching or observing thoughts. Just seeing what's here and not getting carried away by them. Being aware of the body, but also being aware of thoughts. Allowing individual thoughts to arrive, but not holding on to them. Just watch them come and go. Watch them arrive and fade away. Maybe noticing how the mind responds to paying attention to thoughts. Does the mind become more quiet or more busy or active? What happens as we become observant of our thoughts? As always, no need to pass judgment on any thoughts that may arise. Always showing kindness towards ourselves. Just allowing them to come and go, but keeping a warm kindness towards ourselves. A welcoming and acceptance. And while noticing thoughts, maybe allowing ourselves to notice feelings that may also be present. Maybe sensing into feelings or emotions and what's here for us right now, if any at all. Whatever is present, not trying to change anything or figure anything out. Simply being with the thoughts and emotions as they arise, connected to the body. If sensations ever become too intense or feelings become too uncomfortable, just returning back to an anchor. If you're able to stay with any feelings or emotions, maybe noticing where they're present in the body. You can sometimes feel this in the legs, the stomach, the chest, the head. Is the body holding any of these emotions for you at this time? What's here right now? No need to get lost in the story. Always coming back, realizing that I am right here, right now. Awake, fully present. Now, if you choose, allowing yourself to drop all objects of awareness, and being with whatever's arising in the moment as we shift to open awareness. If you choose to move to open awareness, this could be being aware of thoughts, emotions, sounds, sensations in the body, or nothing in particular, just being open to whatever comes into our awareness. Just staying open to whatever might arise next. Again, not shopping around for different thoughts, emotions, sensations, but just seeing what comes up and just leaning in closer and sensing more deeply into it. Noticing whatever arises and allowing that to be your focus for a few moments. Open awareness. If you notice that your mind has wandered, just coming back and just returning back to open awareness. Just being open to whatever might arise and being curious and learning more. And when ready, we begin to transition from open awareness. And we're going back to our anchor of choice. Returning back to an anchor with our focused attention. This could be the same anchor you started your practice with, or choosing a new anchor. But choosing one when you feel ready and staying present with that anchor. Staying open, sensing into our anchor. Staying present and awake. Staying fully present and sensing into our anchor to the best of our ability, just for a few more moments. And in the final moments, maybe allowing for this appreciation of this moment. Just sitting with appreciation towards yourself, towards your practice. Appreciation for the time that you spent doing this practice. The time you've set aside to nourish yourself in this way. This intention of being fully present to your life, to being fully awake. Now at your own pace, just wiggling fingers and toes, ankles and wrists as we start to come back, just moving as needed. We're easing from practice, coming back to the space around us. Being present as we arrive back in the room. Noticing our body. Still being able to possibly sense into the body. And then just taking good care as we start to transition to the next moments of our day.